and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us for our morning update. I am back. I appreciate Xavier and Doug filling in here, but it's good to be back with Brandon, hanging out again. It is Friday, October 4th. A reminder before we start off with anything, grab your orange before you head out the door. The Astros want us to orange out Houston even if you're not going to the game. So we're going to touch on some Game 1 ALDS stuff in a little bit, but first we got to get the hard-hitting stuff out of the way. And we're going to start in Aldine, where there was a deadly fire overnight at a mobile home. This was around 4:30 this morning along Mooney. So what we know is that the mom here didn't make it out. She's 44 years old. She had her 22-year-old and 13-year-old kids in there with her. They got out. The brother, we're told, actually saved the sister, and those kids are with their grandparents next door right now. But very, very sad. Investigators are working to figure out how that fire started. Next, I want you to take a look at 13-year-old London Banks. She is the girl who was hit by a driver who just took off, in fact, never even slowed down. On Wednesday night, she and her brother were walking home from the store along Ella Boulevard. They went to cross, and this dark-colored car with tinted windows hit them. Again, never stopped, never slowed down, just kept going. There's not a lot of information in the case, but there you see her. She's still in the ICU. A lot of concerns from her mom. You can hear from her if you watch our story on khou.com. The link is up above. But if you have any information about how this happened or who may have caused this, be sure to call Crime Stoppers, and we have that number in that link as well. And finally, I'm not going to talk about this too much except for to push you to our website, because all of the information you're going to want is there. But our KHOU Investigates team has been working on a project that they've called Silent CRIES, and it's about the 12 children in the greater Houston area who have died violently in the past year, and all of them had families with CPS history. So our team looked at if there was anything else that could have been done to save them. And you can read the full investigation. You can watch those stories and read about each of those 12 children on khou.com. Now to what's become kind of a viral conversation, the Amber Guyger trial. We know how that ended, right? She was convicted by the jury. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison. But it was the moments during that sentencing that really captivated the country, because we had Brant Jean, Botham Jean's little brother, hugging Guyger. So you've seen that, right? It went viral. Well, there's another moment that people are talking about when Judge Tammy Kemp, there she is, approaches Guyger and gives her a Bible. And basically she said, you just need a mustard seed to start. Yeah, this is where you start. Well, now the Freedom of Religion Foundation has filed a complaint with the Texas State Commission on Judicial Conduct, saying that Judge Kemp crossed a line by giving her this Bible. So we're kind of asking this morning, do you think she crossed a line? Do you think it was okay? You know, there have been a lot of different responses to that hug between Brant Jean and Guyger as well. So let us know what your take is on that. Okay, shake it out. That's all the hard stuff. Now let's talk about the Astros playing in Game 1 of the ALDS. They take on the Rays. First pitch is at 1:05. We have Justin Verlander on the mound. Pretty great starting rotation, actually. We have Garrett Cole pitching tomorrow night, and then Zach Greinke is going to be on Monday night for Game 3. But I asked for your GIF reaction to Game 1. You guys were awesome. Dozens of you included these. I mean, they range from like, tastes like victory, to cheers, to like pure excitement, to anxiety, nervousness. I know some of y'all are going to be sweating it out during this game because the Rays have been kind of a thorn in the Astros side this season. So, yeah, I really, really enjoyed those. But we also talked to KHOU sports analyst Jeremy Booth about why it's so important to win Game 1.
How important is this Game 1? Because I think it's really important.
In a short series, you have home field advantage. You need to win Game 1 and really Game 2. Because you go back to the next city, you want to knock them out. So Game 1, Verlander needs to be Verlander. He just needs to go in there, not mess around, set the tone, and do what aces do, right? This is a guy at 36 years old that's going to win or be the runner-up in the Cy Young Award. You know, this is a guy that wants to pitch 1,100 more seasons. You know, this is a guy who just wants to go do. He needs to just take the ball and be himself.
So we're asking for your predictions this morning. How do you think this series is going to go? How long is it going to last? Are they going to sweep the Rays in 3? Is it going to take 4 games, 5 games? You can let us know in the comments. We're going to circle back in just a minute. But we got to wrap it up with the fact that it is National Taco Day, even though it's not Tuesday, which is kind of weird. But you know what? You could celebrate on Taco Tuesday, and then you can have National Taco Day on Friday. Sounds like a pretty good week to me. But there's a poll from Taco Del Mar that found which kind of shell you prefer says something about your personality. So hard shell taco eaters are extroverts, they're dog lovers and early birds, and they like spicy foods. On the other hand, soft taco lovers are introverted cat people who take cat naps because they're light sleepers. See, I do take a nap, but that's really just because I get up at 1:30 in the morning. I prefer the soft taco shell. You got to get a soft corn tortilla. It's the way to go. And if you're smart, you get the 2 little tiny ones and double them up. Then you get some like carne asada, some cilantro and onion, and there you go. You got the perfect taco. So let me know. Do you go soft taco or crispy taco? Forecast. Temperatures are going to be in the low 90s today. It's going to be muggy, breezy. There's about a 30% chance of showers, according to meteorologist Erica Lopez. That cold front that we've been talking about, it's holding together, folks. The timing is still a little iffy, so look for it to start early next week. But by Tuesday, we should feel it. So start pulling out those boots. Get the jeans unwrinkled or out of the box, whatever you need to do, because fall is here, even if it's just for a little while. All right, Brandon?
All right, well, with one of our first stories, let me actually put on my mic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brandon's had a lot going on this morning. We had I don't know if you guys tuned in for H-Town Rush. It was crazy busy. We had a lot of different elements, and Brandon directs the 6 a.m. hour. So, yeah, he's had a very busy morning.
It was very fun. All right, well, speaking to the Guyger story, we have a couple of responses here seeming to back the judge in her decision. Kim saying the action of the judge was gracious and in keeping with the faith of the victim's family, which is a good point.
Yeah?
Megan and Myra are also siding with Judge. Myra doesn't think she crossed the line. She felt at the time that it was appropriate and reminds us that we weren't in the courtroom with them. So, you know, we didn't really understand the full spectrum of how everybody was feeling.
That all totally makes sense.
Yeah. But moving on to a lighter note, Astros. Charlie is actually asking what time the game will open, the stadium will open, and on the MLB website it looks like 90 minutes pre-game is when you'll have full access.
Okay, because I know FanFest starts at 10.
Right.
But you do have to have a ticket for that. So that runs from 10 until 12:30, then first pitch is at 1:05. If you want to go, FanFest or Street Fest is happening again tomorrow. That starts at 4, ahead of the game.
Jimmy's saying that the mayor should orange out City Hall for the Astros today. I'm betting
You know what?
that'll probably happen.
Yeah, I'll put money on that. And
Yeah.
all of those buildings around town that can change their colors. That is so cool. Okay, so having grown up in like the tiniest, it's not even a town. There are 112 people in my home village. We definitely do not have buildings on which you could change the colors. So moving to a city like Houston where it's so cool, and you see the support for the Astros, and you see the support for the Texans and the Rockets.
Rockets, yeah. Very cool.
It's so neat, and I think we sometimes take it for granted that you can like drive by and see the Post Oak Hotel with its lights orange or red, and yeah.
Yeah, we have one prediction here from Charlie. Charlie saying the Astros will take it 3-0.
Oh, a sweep.
Yeah.
I like it.
Charlie's confident.
We'll see, because the Rays have given the Astros some trouble this season. So, fingers crossed. I'd like us to wrap it up and then be able to roll into the ALCS with a little rest. You know, make sure our pitchers are good to go. Anyway, okay, we will wrap it up. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday. If you're going to the game, have so much fun. Cheer loud. Lose that voice. That means you're doing it right. And have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.